The worst possible death in GTA San Andreas. Sweet is a traitor, lethal car paint, or remotely controlled fire. Today's episode is another tally of weird phenomena, anomalies, and absurdities taking place in that game, along with their explanations, or wherever it's even possible to make one up. Anyway, here's another episode of fun facts, about which it's very likely that you had no idea in a 20-year-old game. You could say a lot about Sweet, and it's not always the good things, that he's lazy, nepotistic, a poor leader with a cabbage for a brain. And in a little while, we'll also be able to throw in the title of a brutal psychopath at a funeral. All in question happens in the mission Tagging Up Turf. So the one in which CJ, with the spray paint in his hand, takes off to tag over ballless tags. The spray paint is absolutely essential here. The game gives it to us at the start of the quest. Still, it's possible to get rid of it. All it takes is to replace it with another item of the same category. A camera, for instance. And we can find one nearby, on the first floor of CJ's crib. The game, of course, is very well prepared for that. If we pick up a camera during the mission, it fails immediately. But if we add a camera to our inventory with the help of a trainer standing right next to Sweet, things start to get interesting. Sweet leaves his car, and if we provoke him a bit, he gets aggressive. And he doesn't attack us with his fists or a 9, but with a spray can. If you thought nothing big, how very wrong you'd be. All because the spray can is in fact one of the most off-pissing weapons in entire San Andreas. Why? Well, because the animation of choking cannot be stopped by a player. In most cases, a situation of that sort just ends up with the player having to wait 5,000 hours for what can only be described as the grossest, most boring, and the most powerful death. In my test, Sweet got stuck at the slope of the canal, which gave me just enough time to free myself from the animation loop. And then I was able to kill that perpetrator, saving CJ from a certain slow and painful death. The problem is that without exterior tools, such a scenario is virtually ungettable. If we fail the mission at CJ's house, Sweet and his car disappear, and the closest camera or a fire extinguisher. So the only sensible replacements for spray can is all the way in San Fierro, excluding interiors, that is which I already mentioned caused Sweet to despawn. But there is just one more moment in the game when the game spawns a character with spray paint. The mission Drive-By, the last group of ballers we have to mash up. One of them is spraying something on the wall with green paint. Yeah, green, interestingly enough. So I guess he must be some kind of a traitor or something. On the other hand though, not really, because if we get out and provoke him, he starts attacking us just like our beloved brother. And this time, luck was not on my side. The result was what you see on the screen right now. Totally trapped. Absolute powerlessness. And the outcome, a slow and painful death for CJ. If we plaster a bicycle with satchel charges, and we ignite them, I mean literally, for example with a flamethrower, and we move a bit away from the spot, CJ in an inexplicable way catches on fire. What's more, he'll burn until the moment when the original fire has gone out, or occasionally a bite earlier. The whole situation is very peculiar, because as you can see on the demonstrated footage, Carl is definitely too far away from the source of the fire. Therefore, there shouldn't be a chance of him catching on it. It looks as if the stuck charges were still in some way tied to the player's character. The moment they start burning, the game wrongly considers CJ is also in the range of the fire, and thus lights him up. What's interesting, that glitch occurs only in the case of bicycles, all 3 available models. It can't be achieved with cars, nor with bikes, nor even with the charges just loosely thrown on the ground. It's also worth adding that bug ceases to occur after installing the silent patch, which suggests that the mod fixes it. That phenomenon was only to be observed in the clean, unmodified version of GTA San Andreas in my case.